Yo guys, what is up and welcome back once again to some more LA Noire goodness. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. If I remember correctly, I believe that this is going to be the final mission before we catch this Black Dahlia individual. So, let's see how we get on. The studio secretary murder. Girl, what are you doing by the train tracks? Uh-oh. Run, girl, run!
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the Pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. A 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
No one wants egg on their face, sir.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
If you take it along with all of the other indicators.
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Pawnbroker, 10:20 a.m.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
And what's this one?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
It's an alright ring.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Oh, thanks for nothing. Okay, let's go to the Railyard.
We have a problem.
We could have the local trooper check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us.
Anyone could know
The
that
guy
address
who
is
sent the
bogus.
Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Hopefully.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with McCaffrey.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Just don't like it.
We didn't really need to follow that guy. Railyard, 11:02 a.m.
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Okay, I want to talk to Doc first, can we? Yep.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
We go see a letter.
Someone was trying to get her to come home. We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Well, it says 41 on the card. Right, what else we got on here? We got a matchbook.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
And is it a receipt? No.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating. Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Oh,
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
she was drunk off her face, clearly, from what we did see. Ring?
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
And anything on the other hand? No.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have.
Thank you. You can go now.
Who's this other guy?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no law against it.
Oh, yeah, but it's
out your
bad.
pockets,
It's sick.
Ferdinand.
Oh, you bad, bad man.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't
You know,
hit it.
Rusty, I wouldn't mind you doing it, to be honest.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
There's lipstick on your face as well. Oh, you sick, sick bastard.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
And?
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
Go on, I'll allow
Under
it.
arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Thank you, Rusty.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Rusty.
Okay, let's go to the liquor store. Get our drink on.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3.
Alright, we got this. Move, lady. Cop killer's shot. You'd be fine.
That alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did.
Cop killers are the worst kind of stuff.
Like killing cops?
Come on. Come on. Oh god. Oh god.
Headshot.
Headshot. Levi's Liquor Store, 11:45 AM. This must be Rusty's favourite place in the entire world.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway.
Give us all your booze.
The murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn?
Yep.
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
He's not
She
Mr.
kept her
Robinson.
bed, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Yeah, like steal bowling pins.
I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Wonder what the bowling team name is.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The stupid thing about her was
We all get thirsty from time to
Borrowing
time.
Books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Contact with
We're
victim.
trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy.
Ooh.
She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Yeah, but if they were fighting and you want to resolve it with alcohol, usually that isn't the best option.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Knowledge of
You know a friend of
McCaffrey.
Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Your face is a bit different though. You don't have evidence. Let's go with doubt.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
Can we get some free booze for
I'd like to
helping?
make arrangements for the funeral.
Yeah, give us some booze and we'll make that deal.
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh?
That's
I
what
would
I'll
never
do.
hurt anybody.
Don't you worry. Let's check out the bar next. We go from a place that sells alcohol to another. It's time to get a proper drink on.
11K, citizen reports a man with a gun on Graham between 4th and 5th Street.
Oh dear, what happened to you?
Please, you gotta call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and
Looks like more
hightailed it
than
through
one.
the parking lot. Get going.
Alright, let's go. I thought you got further than that. Oh. Oh god, we got an out. Don't shoot that random person.
Closer, I'll pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now.
That's one. What are you waiting for?
Headshot.
Mench's Bar, 12:05 p.m.
Drink, fellas.
Oh yeah, sure.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What about you, sir?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You're just asking.
Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
What? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You, sir?
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Oh, pretentious asshole.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Skirmishes, eh? Like?
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Maybe so, but you do have. She did have that book signed by you.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
You're driving. You know, sometimes, Rusty, I just don't get you. Central Police Station, 12:14 p.m. So, I don't remember every mission, but I remember...
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker.
Alright, cool, thank you. Yeah, I don't remember all the missions, but after, like, playing it now, I remember the main story, I think. But the individual cases, some of them I don't recognise. Like this one I don't really remember. But most cases I do, but yeah, so some I don't. But the main story, I think I'm starting to remember that now.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
I did say it could have been beneath her clothing.
Sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgage. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Yes, sir.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey.
Ring, ring. Hola.
Operator, message for KG.
Run, Rusty, run.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Can I help,
How can I
detective?
help, detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll still go to the bowling alley. Man needs to hit some pins.
Let me pose a question.
Pens. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
You see, Rusty, the thing is with Bukowski, We may not agree on some things, but we did try to put the effort in. You just don't care.
11 King, 2459 suspects cited in the vicinity.
You should have iced those
Thicker than
folks.
water.
You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
post.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. Stick-up charge is still back inside.
These two must be like a Bonnie and Clyde sort of act. Whee! Ho ho! Thank you, anonymous driver.
What the heck, fire?
Oof, damn. And now that's a collision.
Give it up, LAPD.
Car 11K calling.
Roger, 11K. All units code 4 on the
You can drive.
456 Avenue trolley station.
Rank 17. Rawlings Bowling Alley, 4:40 p.m. Okay, I'll go first. You go second, Rusty.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
None of your business.
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work.
Oh.
It stuck in my mind. Because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
That looks like him. There he is. Yep. There you go. He's running. He's running.
Tiernan, LAPD.
So yet again, another car chase.
There.
Ooh. Good choice, Cole.
What are you waiting for? Get after
Man
it.
likes to ride in
Might go
style.
faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Auto enthusiasts.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
The need for speed.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Right, Tiernan.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Not necessarily. Might have just wanted to question you, that's all.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Because your work colleague said so. Not work colleague, McCaffrey.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink.
And, what else?
I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later?
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No. There isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Also, why is there blood on your face? Or are they just scars from you coming back from a war or something? I doubt we're going to get an answer from that.
We'll either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
Alibi?
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Your eyes are very sketchy then.
If you don't give me some reason to think this Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Okay, hopefully we can get this one right.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
I want to go doubt again, but no, we don't really have any evidence, so.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I
Whew,
think
at
you
least
did
we got
it
that
and then
one right.
planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
All right, let's go talk to McCaffrey.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Alibi for you.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You were somewhere else.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the Railyard. And what do you have that proves I was there?
What about finding your apartment? Maybe that torn letter.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter? What are you talking about? After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Access to tire iron.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Yep, just what Tiernan just said.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things, and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Oh, very tricky. Now let's use the telephone.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sack.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks, man.
This just gets more interesting. Let's go and talk to Tiernan again.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Events prior to murder. Events prior to murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
That's not what McCaffrey said.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Because McCaffrey said so.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn and that he would protect me. I can't remember a goddamn thing.
Wait here. Or?
Yes, I was. I came opportunity to speak out. You told for violence, that's the salient. Couple parking tickets and a.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Right, that proves it. Tiernan can go free. You, sir, are going to jail.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations,
Thank
boys.
you,
You
Captain.
bagged a fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Thank you, Captain, again. See you soon. Okay. 14 out of 15 questions answered. We still get 5 stars though. Case notes, Grover McCaffrey can write a tell-all memoir from his cell on death row. I wouldn't read it, but I doubt many will. Oh, flashback time. Things are certainly heating up.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that
just forget it, Cole.
Moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Jack's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for today. Another case down, very close to finishing homicide now. If you did enjoy the video, please give a like, subscribe if you are new around here, comment below to see what games you want to play in the near future, what videos you guys want to do in general, and also how I can improve my channel. Well, that's going to be it from me. Thank you guys for watching once again. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you all soon. Peace!